What is going on, everybody? This is Jackie's Terry's graphic design. Today we're gonna add hair on a face. It's pretty much like a digital haircut. We're gonna use two pictures. We're gonna use two pictures right here, and I'll click on them so you can see it. We're gonna use that, and we're gonna use this guy's beard. And this kind of makes up for almost like a digital haircut. So pretty much all you have to do is find a picture on the internet and find a hairstyle or a beard style that you want. It could essentially combine it with your hair. Like if you don't have any facial hair or you can't grow any facial hair, you can kind of use Photoshop to kind of play around with it and see how you would actually look with facial hair. Or if you can grow facial hair, you can use Photoshop to see how you will look with a beard, and then eventually you will grow it out. And that's exactly what I did. I found these two images a year ago and I combined it together, and I seen how I look with a full beard, and it looked pretty good. So here I am now with this crazy beard once again. So hey, that's kind of where I got this beard idea from. So yeah, don't be afraid to experiment, with your tools. This can definitely be used in the near future. If you want to create a digital haircut for all you barbers out here, if you want to create a digital haircut for your subject and see how he will look in that, you can do it using Photoshop as well. So I think that's the future of everything right here, digital haircuts, so definitely going to show you guys how I do this and how to apply this effect in Photoshop. So let's get to it. This is Jackie's graphic design. It's all about building your self-image up and your own creativity. Never be afraid to experiment with different things. Let's go, baby. Okay, first we're gonna start with his hair. As you see, it's fairly short, and the main objective is to combine his hair with my hair right here. So essentially we're just gonna bring this photo up, and first things first, we're gonna bring the opacity down so we can actually kind of level our hair out so it actually fits mine. We're gonna take our move tool. We're just gonna simply kind of level everything out so his hair, actually fits mine. Okay, everything looks fairly good. Let me see if I could level it out just a tad more. The thing about lowering that opacity down is you definitely get to see exactly what you're doing, which is very important. You want to be able to kind of layer these up exactly. So that's the great thing about this. Okay, everything looks pretty good. Now we'll bring the opacity back up. And now what we want to do now is create a layer mask. This will allow me to kind of erase the subject and essentially place my hair on there. That's definitely want to create a layer mask. And let's see. Then you want to grab your paintbrush tool. Essentially, we want to erase this guy right here so we can kind of better see our. What the layer mask tool is going to do is allow me to erase him and add my own facial features in. What you definitely want to do is switch it to black and white. Black is how you're going to erase it, and white is pretty much how you're going to unerase it and fill the area. I will demonstrate to you right now what I'm talking about. And as you see, my face is slowly covering his face, and that's because all in all, I got that layer mask on. And when I lowered the opacity down earlier, that actually helped me out to do this. because I was able to line up me and his face perfectly together. As you see, slowly disappearing. Everything looks fairly good. It actually looks like I really have this haircut. Looks really, really good. And now we'll kind of make the razor a little bit bigger. Oh, not that big. Very nice. Looks very good. Looks really, really good right now. Let's see if we go. Clean his hair up just a tad. Okay, everything looks really good. Looks like I got a fresh new do, which is very good. That's exactly what we want. But if I want to take a step further and add facial hair, I can actually do that as well. So what I pretty much want to do now, since I have this all set up, I want to click on this layer right here. And I pretty much want to go to merge visible layer. And it's right here. We're going to merge these images together. So now essentially it's its own separate image. Exactly what you want. So now we can recreate a new layer. But before I do that, I kind of want to change this picture into black and white. We'll simply go to photo effects. And that just add a black and white feel to it. Okay, looks really good. Now we'll go back to expert. Once again, we'll merge this visible layer so it becomes its own layer. Very important. And the same with this guy as well. We'll actually make him black and white as well, because I want the beard to kind of fade in pretty good and you want to make it look as realistic as possible. So we'll make him black and white as well. And when doing this, you can actually do it in color. You know, you just got to make sure you and your subject have the right skin tone. Okay, everything looks very good. So now what we're going to do is merge this image up. And now, once again, we'll lower the opacity down so we can kind of see what we're doing and kind of level it up. Level the faces up. We'll use our move tool. And okay. Lowering that opacity is very good. You can definitely see what you're doing, and you can just kind of level the picture up. Once again, we'll turn the opacity back up to 100%. We already have our subject laid out. Then we'll recreate a layer mask for this. Very, very good. And once you get the hang of it, it's pretty simple. You grab your brush, any brush will do. And it's already selected on white, and that's gonna erase. Now we'll just select it to black, which is gonna erase my subject. His face. And this is how a lot of graphic designers kind of blend faces in together as well. You see, Right now we're doing a hair picture, but as you see, my face is slowly kind of blending into the hoodie. So this could be a whole nother thing as well. You know, it actually almost looks like I have the hoodie on as well. So this is how a lot of designers kind of do face swaps, just like this. And as you see it actually looks like I have on the hoodie. But that's for another video. But once again, we're gonna erase all of this. Whoa. Ooh, wow. Erase all of this. And pretty much go back to our guy right here. Very good. Very fun stuff. So as you see, he has a nice clean shave now. He looks really good. Has his fresh haircut in. Looks really, really good. And that's exactly what we want. So now, since the background is essentially erased, we can start adding hair. This is what I call a sense of a digital haircut. And I feel that in the near future, there will be a machine that will allow you to do this simply. Or your barber, you know, if your barber's in the graphic design, he could get innovated and, you know, create your own style without you having to actually get a haircut. So I believe a lot of barbers will use this in the near future for their haircuts. So once again, if I wanted to give my subject a mustache, I can. He has a clean mustache now. If I wanted to kind of add hair right here, I can. Clean this up a little bit. So now he has a mustache and a goatee. And now he has a little bit of goatee right here. A little bit of side hair. And this is a good way to experiment with looks. So if you ever want to change your look up and you don't know how it's going to look just out the gate, you can do this with Photoshop. You'll be like, wow, okay, that's going to look good on me without actually having to go to the barber and get a haircut. Now we're just going to really go crazy with this, you guys. We're going to just add a whole bunch of different facial hair. Let's give him a full goatee. Let's give him a full goatee right now. Oh yeah, it looks real kind of, he's looking real rugged now. Real rugged. Let's give this guy a full goatee. Yeah. It looks real good. Looks kind of rugged. And yeah, just kind of play with it. Just kind of play around with it, you guys. I mean, like I said, I believe this is the future to haircuts. So right now, by doing this, I already know what I'm going to look like with a full goatee now. You know, without having to go to a barber or anything. I already know what my full goatee is going to look like. And it looks really good. Say if I don't want the mustache, I can easily erase the mustache and see how I look with the goatee. And I can use the eraser tool to kind of shape up the goatee to make it look realistic. Looks really good. Really, really good. Now I kind of have that Tech 9 goatee going. So there's plenty of different ways you can experiment with this. You can have fun. I mean, if I want to add a full facial hair to it, you know, I can. There's no limit There's really no limit to Photoshop. If I want to give him a full size beard, I can definitely do that. Wow, yeah. Pretty rugged, almost kind of like the look I have right now. This is essentially how I got this look I'm rocking with right now by doing this on Photoshop. Let's add his mustache back in. Let's add that back in. Give him that full beard, rugged kind of look. Okay. Looks really, really good. Erase that. And that's pretty much it with the tutorial. This is definitely how you add facial hair to any face. You can pick any picture off the internet, any picture with facial hair, and you can pretty much apply it to anything. So if you're one of those guys that can't grow a beard, there's really no limits. You don't have to do anything. There's no limits. Just use Photoshop and you can easily see how you will look with that beard. Or if you want to grow a beard, you can see how that beard looks on you. Wow. We'll leave it at this. We'll just keep the goatee. Yeah, we'll leave it at this for now. We'll keep the goatee. Okay, perfect. There will be more tutorials coming soon. This is Jackie's Graphic Design, and this is how you digitally create a haircut. The future of barbers right here. You're looking at it in the flash. The future of barbers. I'm calling it right now. There's going to be a machine that's going to be able to digitally do this for you in the near future. This is Jackie Terry. I'm calling it out right now. Until now, you can definitely digitally do your own haircut yourself as well. Don't be afraid to kind of change your look and change your appearance, because you know hey, sometimes that day-to-day appearance can get old. So if you can kind of visualize what you look like, and most of all, if you can create what you look like using Photoshop or any photo blending tool, then you already win. It's the fact that it's just knowing how to do it. Once you know how to do it, hey, it's like riding a bike and you'll start creating more and more images. Once again, this is Jackie Terry Graphic Design. Always use your creativity to your advantage. Creativity, self-expression is the ultimate key.